I'm Sarah Gore, and this is Open House NYC. New York and LA are the focus for today as we contrast memorable design on both coasts. We peek inside the LiveWork Loft of a downtown designer well known for his celebration of color and pattern. And we visit this stunning Riverside Townhouse in the exclusive Sutton Place neighborhood of Manhattan. We're with fashion designer David Meister at his stylish pad in the Hollywood Hills. Plus, how this Los Angeles designer created this colorful abode to inspire her every endeavor. But first, we explore this sprawling home inside one of New York's most iconic landmarks.
The reaction that you can expect from your guests is simply, wow.
Welcome to Open House NYC. We have a great show for you today as we compare and contrast memorable design on both coasts. We're getting started at the southern edge of Tribeca inside the famed Woolworth Building. This landmarked neo-Gothic masterpiece was completed in 1913 as the corporate headquarters for the once ubiquitous Five and Dime stores that bore its name. And for about 17 years was the tallest building in the world. Well, after a years-long residential conversion of the top 30 floors, we have an inside look at one jaw-dropping apartment. It's located high above the city with commanding views all across its well over 6,700 square feet. And for a breath of fresh air, you can just step out onto one of its two huge terraces. See for yourself.
Hi, I'm Stan Ponte with Sotheby's International Realty, and I'm excited today to tour you through Pavillion, one of the penthouse homes at the world-renowned Woolworth Tower residences. With protected historic views over City Hall Park, the East River, and the beautiful Manhattan Bridge. Not only is the Woolworth Building a piece of art, it's an important part of architectural history in New York and all over the world. This is the Great Room, and its scale is astounding. In fact, the reaction that you can expect from your guests is simply, wow. You simply sink into the luxury of this space, adorned by this gorgeous baccarat chandelier and the details, like the 4-inch wide solid oak herringbone pattern floors. And overhead is this fantastic mezzanine reached by this sculptural staircase, the perfect place to put your musicians or a great DJ during a party. The Great Room is open to two other spaces in the home, a media room which is intimate and private, and a professional chef's kitchen. Let's go take a look. Now, because the kitchen is open and viewable from the Great Room, it had to be beautiful and well designed. On the backsplash, above the cooktop, is the original elevator transom of the Woolworth Building. Just one of the many surprises in this amazing home. But my favorite surprise is definitely the kitchen skylight. You can see the building itself and practically touch the terracotta tilework of this neo-Gothic masterpiece that some lucky person will call home. As you enter the bedroom wing, you're greeted by this cozy and intimate sitting area. It's the perfect place to relax and read a book before heading to bed. And it also has a door to the private terrace, but we're gonna get to that later. Welcome to this magical master bedroom suite. This master bedroom manages to be both intimate and opulent, with enough space for multiple seating areas and this grand chandelier, which is definitely a sparkling way to start your morning and a romantic way to end the day. And I can't forget about the master bathroom. It's a study in refined craftsmanship and elegance, framed by marble arched windows that look out onto the terrace. I've had the opportunity to see private residential terraces in every major city in the world, and I have never seen a terrace like this. The design elements have been carefully recreated to match the original building, measuring over 2,700 square feet. There's an outdoor kitchen, dining area, and plenty of room to simply lounge under the sun or under the stars. And if all of that isn't enough, ascend the stairs to the massive second level, featuring jaw-dropping panoramic views of the cityscape and the Woolworth Building herself. I hope you've enjoyed joining me today on this tour of Pavillion A at the Woolworth Tower Residences, one of the most beloved buildings in the world. I'll see you next time.
Living in such an iconic building really reminds you of that old adage, they just don't make them like they used to. Stick around, because when we come back, we are celebrating color in this chic Hollywood Hills home. Welcome back, everyone. Now we're in the Beechwood Canyon section of Los Angeles with Danny Nagel, an all-around design creative whose work is a celebration of color and pattern. The home she shares with her boyfriend and their dogs is affectionately dubbed the Daisywood Penthouse. It features bold furnishings and Art Deco accents that result in a bright and cheerful home that inspires and delights. Check it out.
Hey there, my name is Danny and welcome to the Daisywood Penthouse. My space is an explosion of color and Art Deco design, and I cannot wait to give you the tour. Outside of my interior design work, I have a clothing line called Daisy LA. As a longtime apparel graphic designer and fashion designer, I have learned the importance of color planning. Before we even had the space, I knew I wanted my living room to be shades of pink and green, and I just so happened to stumble upon the perfect Moroccan rug with all the shades of color that I wanted. We also love to pair new items with vintage, so we found this amazing vintage brass swivel table and a gigantic pink velvet couch that is the centerpiece of our living room. This room gets so much natural light, which is awesome because we do a lot of Daisy photo shoots in here, and the dogs love to sunbathe all day. Welcome to the dining room. I think this is the first time I've ever actually had a room that is just a dining room. I didn't think I would use it that much, but with its natural light, I end up spending most of my day working from here. I didn't really want to add too much to this already beautiful room, but I did put a few statement pieces in, including this massive chandelier and our amazing armchairs that we use as dining chairs. One of the things my boyfriend and I were looking for when house hunting was a big kitchen because he loves to cook. Luckily, the kitchen came pretty amazing as is, and we only did a few changes, including our pink accent wall. We also switched out the lighting fixture for something a little more fun, and we also threw in a little kitchen island and chair so I can chill while he cooks. As a California native, born and raised, nothing makes me happier than waking up in the sunshine room. We went full force with yellow in this space, as you can see, and what I like to do if I'm going with one color in a room is to mix up the tones. I love a good accent wall, and in this room we decided to do not only one, but two. Behind our headboard we have a giant yellow dot representing the sun. I do a lot of mural work, so it was pretty easy to put the dot up, and it's been such a fun statement piece in this room. In the other corner of our room, we have one more splash of golden yellow, our beautiful built-in bookshelf, and we filled it with a bunch of beautiful yellow finds, including some of my boyfriend's original ceramics. This bright and bold blue room is my design and art studio, and this is where the magic happens. As you can see, my clothing line, Daisy LA, is bursting with color just as much as this house. We did paint a lot of the parts of the house to match the clothes, and we loved the dot so much in our bedroom, we decided to bring a pink dot into my studio, and that's where we shoot all of the photos for our website. This is where I paint all of my original artwork, and we actually use a lot of that on our t-shirts as well. As I did with the living room, I pre-planned all the colors in this room to be pink, mauve, and blue, and even found another amazing vintage Moroccan rug to perfectly match the space. No surprise, finding the boys on the pink patio per usual.
Of course, look at the view. We got the Hollywood sign there, we got downtown here.
We love having outdoor space in LA. It's truly a game changer. Thank you so much for taking the tour with us of the Daisywood Penthouse and Daisy LA HQ. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we do. Have a good one. Bye.
Well, Danny's home definitely reflects her colorful aesthetic, and having outdoor space with those views would win me over every time, too. Coming up next, we are sticking around the Hollywood Hills at the fashionable home of this designer. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we're at the stylish Hollywood Hills home of fashion designer David Meister. David and his partner Alan have owned the home for 21 years and transformed it into a chic contemporary space. It also takes advantage of the beautiful views, making it a great place to sketch up one of his memorable frocks. Check it out.
I'm David Meister, president of David Meister Limited, and we're sitting in my home in the Hollywood Hills today. I'm surrounded by color all day. My partner is surrounded by colorful people all day. So when we come home, we really want a very relaxing, sophisticated place to come to. There is no color in the house except for in the art. It's all about texture, and you can see that when you first walk through the front doors. You have the beautiful dark monochromatic walls with the dark floor. After you walk through the foyer, you'll step down into the sunken living room. You'll see the limestone, which is used throughout the entire house, on the mantle, where we love to build fires in the winter. And the huge front window. You have the bamboo out there, and you also have the huge rocks with the fountain coming up through it, which is really beautiful, and it's lit at night. The room reflects this use of strong shaped furniture, very simple, clean lines, and just very warm and relaxing. Just off the living room is our sitting room, and this room we love because the view is amazing. The chaise lounge in here is fab. Great place to hang on a Sunday and read the paper or read a book. The great views continue right from the sitting room into the dining room. I'm a big believer in round dining tables. I don't like square or rectangle tables because people really can't talk to everyone. I also believe in dining chairs that are very comfortable. And again, the backdrop of the whole room, whether it be day or night, the view is amazing. The den is probably the most favorite room of ours in the house. It's got the soft velvet built-in sofa wall to wall, the big screen TV, the amazing views, and we love it. After watching a little Netflix in the den, it's time to go to the bedroom and chill. The whole Zen motif, monochromatic theme of the whole house again continues here into the bedroom. Very minimal. You can fall asleep looking out at the beautiful city lights, and you can wake up to the beautiful sunshine view. And the bathroom is actually one of my favorite spaces. I am all about huge bathrooms. The shower, you know, it's a work of art. You're standing in that glass box, and you're looking out to your left, to your right, and again, you're seeing nothing but views. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I look forward to seeing you next time, and now I really got to get back to work.
Just after the break, we visit this regal Riverside Townhouse in Manhattan's exclusive Sutton Place neighborhood. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we're at this regal Riverside Townhouse in Manhattan's exclusive Sutton Place neighborhood. The home is filled with architectural and design details that recall the refined interiors of old world London or Paris. Take a look.
Hello, I'm Loy Carlos with the Corgan Group, and welcome to Sutton Square. It's one of the most iconic views in all of New York, and it's just the beginning. So come and follow me. This private cul-de-sac is filled with elegant Georgian-style townhouses, the most magnificent of which is number 7. Let's take a look inside, shall we? As soon as you step in, you're immediately wowed by this double-height vestibule showcasing intricate moldings that set the tone for the entire residence. As you proceed into this dramatic gallery, you can't help but notice the ornate filigree staircase that's sunlit from above by a glass-ceilinged rotunda. All of the formal entertaining spaces flow from here, including the great room. The sheer expanse of this great room is indicative of the scale of the whole home, which is well over 9,500 square feet. Even at first glance, you can see why this is the social heart of the home. It has such an easy flow between the multiple seating areas. And it's so bright and airy because of these two floor-to-ceiling bay windows that overlook your private garden and, of course, the river. Other details include 2 marble fireplaces, parquet over side floors, and intricate gilded paneling. Being here just makes you feel like royalty, and we're just getting started. This master floor, that's patterned after the Queen's Room in Versailles, is really my favorite. And it has a closet space that's surely fit for a queen. Even the trim and millwork are wrapped in French velvet. The details of this marble fireplace is simply exquisite. There is only one word that describes this master bathroom of onyx and gold: opulent. And here we are in the handsome oak-paneled library overlooking the river. This view provides the perfect inspiration to either read a book or write your next bestseller. These windows offer the best views. Actually, I know one better. Who's not gonna fall in love with this? Imagine entertaining your friends with a spectacular view of the Queensboro Bridge and the city skyline. Sure, there are many townhouses in New York, but how often do you find a private oasis in the city? Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed today's tour of the stately home in one of the city's most private enclaves.
Coming up just after the break, we are in NoHo at the LiveWork Loft of a designer known for his celebration of color. Welcome back, everyone. Now we're in New York's NoHo neighborhood at the LiveWork Loft of designer Raymond Boozer. Boozer has a well-earned reputation for color, which he celebrates in his own home. It is definitely a space that inspires him every day, whether at work or play. See why.
Hi, I'm Raymond Boozer from Apartment 48 Interiors. Welcome to my home in NoHo. My designs are always optimistic, often emphasizing bright colors and patterns. I love to tie in my personal interests like music, travel, and fashion. But more than anything, I always set out to tell a story. So let me tell you the story of this place. This lounge is where I start every morning with a cup of coffee. I've reupholstered this sofa several times, but I was never really happy until I found this floral velvet. I think it perfectly matches the edgy but glamorous vibe of my home. I made the choice to paint over the exposed brick. I think it creates a cooler, more subtle texture and allows all the art to pop. I wanted this living room to be dramatic but relaxing, so there's a lot of give and take with color and finish. I had this custom bookcase made and I painted it bright blue so that it becomes the focal point of the room. It holds my design books, magazines, and objects I've collected from my travels over the years. This brilliant rug is another major splash of color. And of course, since it's such an interesting pattern, I didn't want to cover it up, so I used a lucite coffee table. Oh, and I can't forget, one of my favorite elements is hanging right above me. After all, what's a good entertaining space without its own disco ball? We have an office, but my dining table serves as my personal workspace. It's a great place for client meetings, as well as a great place to sit down for a meal. I had the chairs reupholstered in an ECAT fabric, which I think adds a lot of color and texture. And lastly, I found this vintage chandelier at a flea market, and I had it rewired with some fun crystals. It adds the perfect amount of sparkle and lighting to the area. Now let me show you where the real work gets done. Right off the living space, we needed a place for my employees to work, so we built this office. I wanted an open and airy atmosphere, so I added this industrial window. I think it gives a true warehouse vibe, but it also allows me to see everything that I'm working on. Enough with the living, enough with the working. Now let me show you my bedroom. My bedroom is the one spot I try not to bring my work. It's small, but it's probably my favorite room in the apartment. I use soft surfaces like my custom headboard, and I went with a romantic theme and colors. I'm obsessed with photography, so this room is a collection of photographs I gathered from over the years. I love fashion, so my master bedroom wouldn't be complete without an awesome closet. Thanks for stopping by Apartment 48. I hope you enjoyed my home as much as I enjoyed creating it. See you at the next project.
Thanks for watching. Like what you see on the show? Well, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have so many more beautiful homes to share. It's all about love. Share these homes, you know?